Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Yes, I know, the hair is different. I know that, the hair's different, we're listening to a different album, it's an exciting time. Today though, we are going to be listening to Justice's self-titled album. I've never even heard of Justice before. The only reason that I was aware of them is because on Instagram I follow a few music pages and they were recommending albums, and this was on a list of albums to listen to that was recommended. Also everyone, just a quick one before we do get into this video, I do like to talk sometimes between the songs, so if that is something that you're not particularly interested in, feel free to click off the video now. But anyways, without further ado, let's get started. Hopping in with the first song called Genesis. Okay. That bass! What the heck? Damn! Oh my god! Wow! Wow. Wow. What the heck? That's a nice piano. Oh, we've gone to the next song. What the hell? I didn't even realize. Oh, the instrumentation is so intense. Oh, wow. Damn. That's epic. The instrumentation in this is crazy. Damn. Damn, that's naughty. Wow. Okay, this has the most streamed song on the album. So I might have heard this before. I don't know. Is that a Michael Jackson reference? PYT? I don't think I've ever heard this. Okay, I'm going to pause it here to have a little talk about the first few songs. Oh, damn. I can see why you guys selected this. A lot of people probably know me for my Daft Punk reactions or my Pink Floyd reactions, and I can understand why you would recommend this if you like Daft Punk, because they have a similar-ish yet very different vibe at the same time, because it's like dance music. Damn. I'm not gonna lie, I had no idea what to expect. I've read the about section here while I was listening to the album, so, you know, now it makes sense to me. But I had no idea what I was hopping into before listening to this album. Sometimes when it comes to albums, I like not to know what I'm delving into, if that makes sense. Something I love about dance music is the bass. Oh, the bass in dance music, and drums as well. I mean, I don't know if you've just noticed, if you've watched any of my other reactions, but if there's a good bass and a good drum line, I'm quite happy. Anything else, I'm quite happy with. But yeah, the funk in the bass line, especially in that song, Dance, or D-A-N-C-E if you want, was really, really good. I'm going to take a look at some of the about sections now, which is on Spotify. The opening track of Justice's debut album, Genesis, is a masterclass in micro-sampling. The duo, these two guys here, sorry, I'm not even going to try and pronounce their names. I will really butcher it. Meticulously pieced together tiny snippets from a diverse range of artists, including 50 Cent, Queen, and Slipknot. Really? These samples are so brief that they're nearly unrecognizable, creating a unique soundscape that sets the tone for the entire album. You're not kidding. I never even noticed that. The track Genesis has left a lasting impact on the electronic music scene, inspiring numerous artists to sample its distinctive elements. Notably, Justice themselves revisited the track, incorporating parts of it into their 2013 song Helix Extended, showcasing the enduring appeal of their original composition. When Justice was crafting their debut album, this is on Let There Be Light Now, they stumbled upon their signature gritty sound by accident. Initially, their tracks had a raw, distorted quality due to their unconventional production methods. Instead of polishing it out, they decided to embrace and amplify this dirty aesthetic, turning what could have been seen as a flaw into a defining feature of their music. That's very clever, actually, because I was saying, I think it was in Genesis, I was like, this is really intense, or it might have actually been this song, and it seems to have been what they were going for, which is really cool. The title aligns with the religious themes present throughout Justice's debut album, which features track names like Genesis and Waters of Nazareth. The duo has mentioned that they see a connection between religious music and their own, believing both have the power to bring people together. That's really cool. The Justice track Dance is a heartfelt tribute to Michael Jackson. The duo, being huge fans, sprinkled the song with nods to MJ's hits like PYT, Pretty Young Thing. I said that. Damn, I knew. Black or White, and even the Jackson 5's ABC. They thought it would be fun to have kids sing the lyrics, adding a fresh and innocent vibe to the track. Yeah, I thought there was like Michael Jackson elements in there. I mean, I was thinking with the ABC thing, but then I was thinking, well, anyone can think of ABC, but PYT is a bit more niche. But turns out the whole song was dedicated to Michael Jackson. The catchy dance chant in the song wasn't part of the original plan. During recording, one of the guys experimented with vocal samples, layering and distorting his voice until it transformed into the hypnotic mantra we know today. Initially, Javier was hesitant, but the raw energy of the chant won him over, and it became a defining element of the track. Interesting. Next up, guys, we've got New Jack. Feels like there's a vocal chop here. That feels like computer or space sounds. I love that open hat. Oh, I was hoping that would continue into this song. This is Phantom. Whoa, that felt offbeat for a sec. Whoa. Whoa. God damn, that's insane. Yeah. Oh. We just went into Phantom Part 2. Wow. Wow. Are these... That's strings, isn't it? Wow. No. That's so naughty. What the heck? Wow. I love that part. Okay, we listen to 3 songs and then we go back and we review them. That's how I'm doing this. that was insane. Phantom Part 2, there was just so many elements in that which I wasn't expecting, and I loved the transition from Phantom into it being the Part 2. I wonder why they decided to create 2 tracks for that, because some artists would have just chosen to make, you know, almost like an 8-minute track and just, I don't know, I think it was a really cool creative choice that they did there. If we go to New Jack, I really like the funk vibe of this. I think it's a really funky song. And this song pays homage to funk legends by sampling You Make Me Wanna Wiggle by the Brothers Johnson. This nod to classic funk seamlessly blends with their electronic style, creating a bridge between eras and genres. Yeah, this song very much felt, I suppose Dance and this song felt very Daft Punk-esque. I wonder if that's where they got some of their inspiration from. But I also love their own individuality that they have. Individuality? You know what I'm trying to say. Their own take and own spin that they have on their own music. Oh, it actually says here on Spotify, they cleverly incorporated a sound effect from Apple's iLife 2006 suite, specifically Computer Data 03, into the song. I literally said that, didn't I? It sounded like a computer or a space thing. That's really cool. So this song, New Jack, was crafted as an opera disco experience, just as aimed to blend the grandeur of opera with the energy of disco, resulting in a dynamic and theatrical soundscape that defines the album's unique vibe. This song, Phantom Part 1, samples the main theme from the 1982 Italian horror film Tenebre by Goblin. The sample adds a haunting vibe to the song, blending horror movie elements with electronic beats. That's cool. Now Phantom Part 2. It just says the same thing. Okay, there's nothing much about Phantom Part 2 on Spotify, which is totally fine. That just means that we can hop into number track. Track number... It's like the Numberjacks. Sorry. Track number 7, Valentine. This is the least streamed song. Nice EQ effect there. I like how towards the end here it feels as though it's like breaking down.
tell you what I do when my day is over. After picking the right clothes for about an hour. Ooh, I'm turning orange from all the carrots around my neck. Tonight I'm taking out the bling and I'm dressed to impress.
This is the party!
Taxis are showing me love, cause I'm shining like a princess in the middle of thugs. And at the club the bouncers recognize my face. So while you waiting in the line, we just enter the place. Let's get this party started, right? Let's get drunk and freaky fly. You with me, so it's alright. We gonna stay up the whole night. Let's get this party started, right? Let's get drunk and freaky fly. I'm calling all my ladies at the table 3, throwing back a couple bottles and the taps on me, having some giggles. Then we start to get crazy. Table dancing, smashing glasses. It starts to get naughty. It's time to show them how we do on the floor. So while the DJ play my track, I want my girls on the floor. I got the surround sound, so why wanna see me fall? I'm just trying to have a blast and I ain't taking your call. Let's get this party started, right? Let's get drunk and freaky fly. You with me, so it's alright. We gonna stay up the whole night. Let's get this party started, right? Let's get drunk and freaky fly.
Okay, I was not expecting that.
You know, all the flyest ladies are on my team, and we know how to look that nice, how to fucking scream. We getting ugly in the club, we look a little shy, but all the ballers in the club know we got that class. I'm bringing the weirdest crew at the after party. Just got in the hotel room and this is getting started. Better wake the fuck up, cause we not here to sleep. Our feet is hyped up in this bitch and I'm banging at me. Now you and you, come on, let's take it to the next level. Let's all go to the hotel pool as we finish the bottle. Maybe kiss and don't tell, it's the rule around here. You must have me under a spell, I lose control when you need me. Let's get this party started, right? Let's get drunk and freaky fly. You with me, so it's alright. We gonna stay up the whole night. Let's get this party started, right? Let's get drunk and freaky fly. You with me, so it's alright. We gonna stay up the whole night. Let's get this party started, right? Let's get drunk and freaky fly. You with me, so it's alright. We gonna stay up the whole night. Let's get this party started.
The synths in this are so good. Just the melody. Damn. That was groovy.
It's always the same, storytelling. When I can come in, home in the struggle dying. One more time, my ancestors, I swear I'm in no offense, but you better learn to read it. It's all about membership. For the young and old, ugly girls and boys, I put you on my list to make you clap to this. I'm just a nigga trim, but only one can win. And soon you say that Q-E-N-O for capital letters printed in gold, cause it does make the girls sweat even more while they shaking their belt. No need to ask my name to figure out who I am. Q-E-N-O for capital ask my name to figure out how cool I am. Can anyone read, anyone feel that I'm losing my patience? I just came here to bounce. Ladies out waxed, they all know I'm coming. I'm losing my patience, I just came here to bounce. Baby, four capital letters, printed in gold. Dance make straight even more. Why do they shake it down? No need to ask my name to figure out how cool I am. Baby, four capital letters, printed in gold. Dance make straight even more. Why do they shake it down? No need to ask my name to figure out how cool I am. Can anyone read?
Okay, that was cool.
Feel that I'm losing my patience. I just came here to bounce. Ladies out waxed, they all know I'm coming. I'm losing my patience. I just came here to bounce. Give me an O for capital letters, printed in gold. 'Cause details make the girls sweat even more. Why are they shaking their belts? No need to ask my name.
I'm just waiting for a beat drop at the end here. Now. Excuse me? With the bass? I think so. Oh yeah. Damn, that's epic, that bass. I wish I could play bass like that. Damn. Imagine being that cool, that popular, you know, your name's DVNO, and then you just have a song named after you. Imagine. Maybe I should just label my next song Amy. Okay, so if we go back to Valentine, and also my bad, Valentine's not actually the least streamed song on here. The last song actually is. It just has a couple less thousand plays. I say as though that's still not impressive. But this song is apparently not a typical dance track. Justice crafted it with the vibe of 80s French comedy film soundtracks in mind, especially movies like La Baume. Yeah, guys, I don't speak French. Can you tell that I failed it in school? Starring Sophie Marceau, which is pretty cool. There's also a sample in this from Britney Spears, which is Me Against the Music, is this? Yeah, that's so cool. What the heck? I have never really listened to Britney Spears before. Obviously, I know some of her popular songs, but I have not heard that song. So the fact that that's sampled in that is pretty cool. Next up, we've got this epic song, The Party! I don't know, that's just what the title makes me think about. So this song features vocals from Ufi, who's an American French rapper known for her electro rap style. Interestingly, that musician had released her own song titled The Party in 2006, just a year before collaborating with Justice on this album. But this collaboration brought together two distinct versions of The Party, each showcasing their unique take on the theme. In The Party, there's a line dropped about turning orange from all the carrots around my neck, which is a playful nod to the abundance of gold jewellery she's wearing. It's a clever way to highlight the extravagance and materialism often associated with nightlife and party culture. Okay, yeah, this song's basically just about going out, partying, nightclubbing. I felt like that was pretty obvious though from the lyrics, to be fair. Next up, DVNO. So apparently DVNO is actually from a band called Scenario Rock. Sorry, I'm not going to try and pronounce his name, guys. I'm just butchering everyone's name except from Britney Spears, obviously. Apparently he took on an anonymous name of DVNO for this track, adding a unique flair to the song's energetic vibe, which I think is pretty cool. And apparently the title stands for Divino, a nod to the countless nightclubs named El Divino found in cities worldwide. Justices Xavier mentioned that these are the kind of places where you're often required to wear white shirts to get in. Interesting. I'm really loving. I noticed on Daft Punk's album, they had sort of like a play on words with one of their named titles and then the lyrics that were in the song, and then it seems to be the same in this, which I think is pretty cool, having sort of a multiple or hidden meanings and stuff. I think that's really cool. Next up though, we're heading into the last 3 songs here. We've got Stress. Okay, I've heard this before. Well, I recognise that start bit. Oh, they're gonna bring that start bit back? That's so intense. I've also heard this part. Oh, they have to be sampled from something. Well, Just notice those symbols there. Damn. This is very Baroque harmony. Or like medieval, maybe. Yeah. I feel like my ears are being blown out. Okay. Oh, those hearts. It's so intriguing, this part. That's great. That's so distorted. Okay. That's a nice melody. Wow. Okay. Oh, you've got a guitar. That guitar. That's in my left ear. Wow. Damn. Okay. Oh, there's that guitar again. Oh. Oh, isn't that? Okay. Duh. Damn. I hate how my Spotify does that. Like, whoa, sorry guys. It just like transitions into the next song. Wow. Okay, but we're gonna go back to Stress before I talk about, you know, the rest of this. But that song was crazy. I really loved the guitar in that. I mean, I could just be really oblivious, but I feel like I haven't actually heard a guitar in the rest of the songs. Like I say, there could be one in there either really distorted or I've just missed it, but I really loved the guitar in this. It just added a totally different element to the song. So this isn't your typical club track. Justice intentionally mixed it to be a bit unsettling, aiming to almost give listeners a headache. They wanted the song to evoke a sense of tension and discomfort, matching its title perfectly. The unsettling vibe of this song comes from its unique samples. Justice incorporated elements from David Shire's Night on the Disco Mountain, a disco take on Mussorgsky's Night on Bald Mountain, and a snippet from Devo's 1976 short film, The Truth About De-Evolution. These choices add to the track's eerie, intense atmosphere. Let's see what samples were used on this. Wow, okay, this is so cool. This is actually sampled in Lil Uzi Vert's Fire Alarm, which I did not know that. I just think this feature on Spotify is really, really cool because it shows you the original sample and then it shows you also what else it was sampled on. I wish that this was on the laptop. It would make it so much easier, but not only that, but like you guys could see as well what I'm sort of reading. Moving into the waters of Nazareth, apparently, despite its initial polarizing reception, this song has left a lasting impact on pop culture. The track has been featured in various media, including the video game Grand Theft Auto 4 and the film War Dogs. Its inclusion in these platforms introduced the song to a broader audience, cementing its status as a standout track in Justice's discography. This song carries a religious connotation, aligning with Justice's frequent use of Christian imagery in their work. This theme is evident in their debut album, often referred to as a cross, which makes sense, due to its symbol. The duo has expressed preference for the Latin cross symbol when referring to the album, emphasizing the spiritual undertones in their music. That's pretty cool, honestly, having like your own, I guess, theme in an album. And, you know, I'd never really thought about disco dance music mixed with religion, but I think the fact that they've done that in itself says a lot of how creative these guys are. Okay guys, and then the last song, 1 Minute to Midnight. So this song was directly influenced by the iconic film composer John Carpenter. Justice's Gaspard mentioned that the track draws inspiration from Carpenter's work, particularly his ability to blend cold, dark atmospheres with engaging melodies. This influence is evident in the song's cinematic feel, reminiscent of Carpenter's scores for films like Escape from New York. Wow. What an interesting album to listen to. I really love, like I say, doing these reactions where I have no idea what genre the music is, where I've literally never even heard of the band, the duo, before. I think it was totally amazing to sort of immerse myself into something totally different to anything that I really could have expected. I just want to say thank you to everybody who participated in the vote that I put on my community page. If you guys want to be involved in future album picks, if you subscribe to me on YouTube, you can see that I have a community tab. If you go over to that community tab, you will see polls that I put up. I probably won't do a poll for a little while now, just because I do have quite a few albums in mind for what I would like to do next. But wow, yeah, what an interesting album. I feel like sometimes the music that I listen to on this channel, I really wouldn't have ever gotten around to listening if it hadn't been for the fact that I have this channel. And I think that's something that I really love, because it allows me to explore music in a very different way to how I usually would in my own time. I feel as though a lot of the times when we find a genre that we like or an artist that we like, we can get into the same routine of just sticking within that genre or that artist. But I find with this channel, it allows me to sort of expand my taste, and I think that's something that I feel very blessed about within this. I mean, I never would have really thought that I'd listen to dance music, never would have thought about listening to hip-hop music, really, if it wasn't for this channel. And then, pleasantly enough, basically become obsessed with MF Doom. So, yeah, I don't know. I just want to say thank you all so much for recommending me this album, I guess. As per usual, I will use my editing self to talk about my favourite songs in this album and just, some afterthoughts. I also now want to record my review, so like what I rated out of 10 in that section, because I seen someone comment something really valid. I think it was on my Daft Punk video, and it was literally like, what would you consider to be a 10 out of 10 album? Because at that time of listening to Daft Punk, I didn't rate it a 10 out of 10. And that made me want to reevaluate how I rank the albums, because I feel as though when you first listen to an album, especially when I'm new to a genre, there's no way that I can give it a 10 out of 10. I just don't think that that's humanly possible, purely because I don't know, I just feel like any album you listen to first time, there's just no way that it can be a 10 out of 10, because for me, I like to immerse myself into the music more before I feel as though I can officially rate it. There's been so many cases of this that's happened to me before with rap music, like Travis Scott, for example. First listened to Rodeo and I was just kind of like, sort of thing. But then I remember, I don't know, this one time of listening to Rodeo, getting to a specific song, and my mind was just like, how did I not like this album sooner? So, you know, like, Rodeo's now one of my favourite albums ever, and that initially didn't start off like that. But I mean, likewise, I could really overhype an album because it's the first that I've listened to in that genre, but then delve more into the genre and realise, oh, okay, that wasn't actually as good as I initially thought. Not that that really takes away any credibility from your first time listening to a new genre, but, you know, just to sort of clarify as to why I'm changing the way that I rank my videos. Rank the album, sorry. Hello everybody, apologies about the background music. My dad's currently working out and playing some music. My afterthoughts of this album. I will probably have some very unpopular opinions about what I've discovered about myself from this album. Let's talk about some of my favourite songs though. Really like Genesis was great, Phantom was also really good, and Waters of Nazareth. Wow, I got there eventually saying that. Those were like some of my favourite songs from the album. And now getting into like my more controversial sort of thoughts and takes around this album as such, I have discovered that even though when I'm like listening and reacting to dance music, electronic music, whatever you want to call it, I've noticed that for me, I enjoy it in the moment, but it's not really a genre that I find myself going back to a lot of. Like Justice, for example, it's been quite a few weeks since I've recorded this video. It's been about 2 weeks, and I've only really gone back to this like once or twice, which is unlike me, like MF Doom, for example, or Pink Floyd, Radiohead. I constantly was going back to their music all the time, and I don't know, I like dance music, but I think that it's not my personal favourite genre. Like, I really love, like, rock music is sort of what I grew up with, and is sort of what I find I enjoy more on this channel, you know, like Jeff Buckley, Pink Floyd, Radiohead. If you've seen my reactions on that, you've seen how much I really enjoy those, and those are all albums that I've gone back to so much since listening, whereas I've noticed for me, like, dance music, it's not that I dislike it, it's just that, I don't know if it's just the lack of lyrics that's in it, maybe is for me, or sometimes the length of the songs, I don't know, because like Pink Floyd songs are really long. I don't know what it is, but like my own unpopular opinion is that as much as I enjoy listening to the album in the moment, it's something that I don't find myself sort of revisiting. So I'm sorry to disappoint anyone who has watched further on in this video. Yeah, I do apologise. If I was to rate this album sort of in an unbiased sense of, you know, personal preferences and whatnot, I'd probably rate it like an 8 or a 9. I think it's like a really good album. Like, musically, it's amazing. Sort of just like instrumentally, it's also really good. But like personal preference would probably knock it down a little bit. Just because, I don't know, it's like I say, dance music is, I've just discovered from this channel that it's not necessarily my favourite genre of music to listen to. But with that being said, if people do want me to continue to listen to dance music and, you know, whatever else, I will be more than happy to do that, because I do enjoy listening to albums regardless. I think it's a great way of expanding my taste. And like I say, you know, literally 2 seconds before me making this clip, sometimes albums can take a little while for me to grow on. So I might watch this video back in a year or two, or however many years, and think, Amy, you silly Billy, you silly goose, what do you mean you don't really like this music that much? What do you mean you don't really revisit this music that much? Because it might end up in one of my favourite albums. So yeah, just probably a hot take to admit, but you know, I want to be as open and honest on this channel as I can. So yeah, I already gave my rating, didn't I? Yeah, let's just continue the video, I guess. I don't know if I got you guys to comment anything on the end of this. But if I didn't, I would like you to comment. I'd like you to comment hand cream, simply because I've just looked across my room and there's some hand cream there. So yeah, let's just continue with the video now. I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody who watched this. Quickly though, just before I end this video, I do just want to say, if you are interested in more reactions from me and stuff that isn't on my YouTube channel, I do have a Patreon, which will be in the link in the description down below. So if you are interested in that, you can just click the link that's in the description. And as always, if you did enjoy this video, please leave a thumbs up. It really does help me figure out what kind of music you guys like and what reactions you like from me, and subscribe. But without further ado, guys, this was Justice by Justice.